Astrology for the coming week, friends. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, so now we're doing the tarot reading, right? What have you come up with for that? I've got to stand up and get some water, I think.
Okay. Well, let's see. We have Mars moving into Virgo. So that's about refining our process. That's about getting particular about our goals. Let's see. And we've got the sun moving into Cancer, which is the summer solstice.
Yes.
So the first one is going to be Mars into Virgo. What are we getting particular about? How are we refining our actions at this time?
The second. Give me a minute. Okay, the first card question is what?
How are we refining our actions at this time? Like, what can we do better to reach our goals?
Okay.
Okay. Because Mars in Virgo is really about being particular about the outcome of your actions, and you know, when you are particular about the outcome of your actions, you're particular about the actions that you're taking. They have to go in a certain order. We want to make sure we take care of this before we do this, before we can take care of that, right? So it's just about really having a plan and knowing what we can do better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got the Four of Wands.
Four of Wands.
So for me, this is about working together. This is about cooperation. And understanding that cooperating with people isn't just about working. It's also about being able to celebrate what we've managed to pull together.
Well, yeah, and I think this directly relates still to kind of what's going on here. You know, like how are we refining our actions to better reach our goals? Well, we're going to start relying on other people. You know, we're going to start, you know, having conversations with people that we didn't think that we'd ever have conversations with, you know, and open ourselves up to, you know, a different way of doing things, just a different structure and a way of going forward with all of it. So the only way that we can reach our goals is with help.
Yeah, exactly. No, we need help. We can't do this alone. And there's a little element in this picture of sort of putting what's already been created behind us and moving forward into a new reality together.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see that also as, you know, like you say, refining actions, and then you see that city in the background there, you know, like also, you know, knowing when it is to take a break, like refining how you're doing your daily activities. You know, this might be get out in nature, like you live in a concrete jungle. In that card, like get out in nature, even if it's just like over the hill a little bit where there's a little bit of grass.
If the goal is you know, being able to do what you want to do with your body, if the goal is getting more activity, you know, nature trails are available everywhere now. It's so much easier to get out and walk and enjoy, you know, a carless environment for a while. I highly recommend it.
Right. Yeah, we have to quit fighting with ourselves and fighting with other people in order to reach our goals. Like all of that negative stuff is just keeping us from doing that. And that's exactly the point. Like that's why all that chaos is there, because, you know, like, oh my gosh, what if we succeed? You know, what if it works? What if we get along? What if it goes forward? Like that's what scares the hell out of me.
Yeah.
You know, and how we attain our goals is by trusting someone. It's trusting someone else. Like, I know that we're having to deal with financial institutions. We have to have, conversations with people that we, like subject matter that is not something that we like to talk about, but we're going to do it and it's going to be just fine, and once we do it, I feel like something will open up, but like just quit fighting with yourself on whether or not you should do that or whether or not you should reach out to that person, which is exactly something I'm doing and struggling with. But I think that it's very relevant with this card and what the energy is right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very Sun and Gemini vibes too. Like we still have to cooperate. We still have to collaborate. We still have to keep it together.
Right. Yeah.
No one ever brought a harvest in by themselves. Okay. We have to work together to make big things happen. Right. And a harvest is about feeding an entire community. So that's important. And it takes more than one person.
Right.
To work together.
Yes.
Okay. So second card today is for the summer solstice, sun going into Cancer, longest day of the year. I want to say, where can we shed a little light in people's lives by showing up with care and compassion? Does that sound like a question for the tarot?
Yes.
Okay. Where can we shed light in people's lives by showing up with care and compassion? The 10 of Pentacles. Coming home to those people that you rely on and who rely on you, celebrating, being there with them, gathering around with all of your most supportive people.
Isn't that in another card? It's kind of like you just have enough to share and you finally to me, that card feels like, oh, you're with your people, that understand you. And now I have something to share with you. I have something to tell you. I have something to show you. I have something I want you to do with me.
And in this environment, we all just get together with all of our stuff and we share it. We share our information, we share our wisdom, we share our security, we share our love and support. We share food, we share accommodations, all of it. All of it.
I've been really sharing about menopause with some people my age and older lately, and like in a way that I didn't think, like, not that I'm worried about, not that I care to talk about it. I mean, but I'm just saying, like, it's just a topic that I hadn't given thought to having conversation with the people that I'm having the conversations with about it. And it is people that I've grown up with, like people that I started my period with. And now we're in, like everybody's ending it, like, yay, we're still here. It's the beginning of ending.
The thing that I love about this card is that the coins make a sign of Venus. So,
oh, yes.
It's really very much about like having your needs and desires met, having that sense of peace and comfort and connection that feels as though you've got I have everything I need right here. So I think, when it comes to how we can shed light in people's lives by showing up with care and compassion, I would say show up for the people that you're closest to first and foremost. Always return to them, always share with them what you have to share. And and by doing that, then you get the benefit and they get the benefit too. And we all set a good example for one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that, especially in the current climate, like, again, just all the thousands of people that have gotten together. And, like, I am thinking about when I was protesting a lot in college. Like, I organized protests a lot in college. And a lot of like information from the past from college has been coming to me, just like reminding me like, hey, they're out there, and I have a Pisces moon, and it was serious for me yesterday. Like I could feel the vibration of literal walking. I felt so tired by the end of the night from everybody in the community walking, whether it be protesting or just out on the trails. Like it was a day of movement. And you know what though, it inspired me because this morning I got up and I still felt that vibration, and so I walked around the block, and that's the first time I ever walked around the block. But I mean, it really gave me inspiration to do it. I was just like, oh, I can do this, I can do it.
Yes.
Sounds silly, but it's true.
I'm glad you're feeling so inspired, my love.
Yeah. Yes. I love it.
So, community, collaborate, relax with your loved ones, collaborate, share what you got. Community.
Yes. Excellent.
And for anyone watching, I'm so happy that you're part of my community, and I appreciate you showing up.
Yes, thank you so very much. All right, I think that's just going to conclude our Astro Insights Live for today. For our normal subscribers, be patient with us as, again, we're working through some programming. All of the, huh? What?
Nothing. I said changes.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. I mean, some positive changes. And if there's something that you would like to see on the channel, please don't hesitate to let us know in the comments of our videos or send us an email. All of our information, contact information is there. We do private readings if you'd like to contact us for that. Mel can do some astrology for you. Normally we upload Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I'm not certain how many days we're going to be uploading, but please, if you haven't subscribed already, this is the time to do so you'll know when we upload again, and hit the notification bell. I know that we'll be back on Thursday to do some yes or no tarot, which is always fun. And I'm just not sure what time that's going to be. We had one good time, and then that good time turned into a good time summer. And we've got some long days coming up, and I'm really hoping that people spend some time outside, which means I also need to be spending time outside. So Mel and I are going to find a good balance with our content and our life so we can still continue to provide this for you. And your support in subscribing and liking our channel and continuing to watch is really, really important to us. And we are so grateful for you being here and watching and supporting us. So we'll be back tomorrow with a rerun of this and the tarot card reading, and we really appreciate you being here.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We'll catch you all in the next video.